Yeah, that was an awesome shot, but not awesome as Student Live live right now. Let's go!
Hi, I am Mike Jacobowski, and this is a public service announcement. What you are about to watch is meant to be engaged with. Please use the comment section to be part of the service. For those of you who are not as familiar with our ministry, we want to remind you that the heartbeat of our ministry takes place in a small group experience. Our small groups take place immediately after this service. Please do not judge this show as the spiritual foundation of our ministry, but rather see this show as a silly putty that molds us together. Also, do not try these things at home, specifically the host punishment. Please engage at your own risk.
Hi guys, welcome to round 2 of Student Life Live. My name is Sean and I'm here today with your hosts, Joey Bluel, professional chainsaw juggler, Kyler Schmore, stand-in for the Detroit Red Wings, Anna Buckmeyer, the most famous redhead on stage, and Steven Stoll, the real Tiger King.
Wow. Strong. Thank you, Sean, for that beautiful introduction, I suppose. And we want to kick things off. We had some amazing questions sent in from some of you guys at home. So we've got these here. And we want to start by asking some of you guys these questions that they sent in. So let me start, Anna, with you.
Yes.
Jalen asks this question.
Hi, Jalen.
What is the best thing that has happened to you during this pandemic?
Let me tell you, the best thing that has happened to me is a scarf that I've been knitting for over a year.
What?
I finished it.
Okay. How many hours have you put into the scarf?
Too many.
Okay.
I kind of want to burn it now.
Okay. All right. Anyone else have some feedback on how you would answer that question?
I finished 2 scarves.
No, you didn't.
No, I'm kidding.
I
Backwards.
would say, that's really hurtful.
And
I learned-
Kyler, I doubt you knitted.
No, I learned that reality TV is not all real,
Oh, that's true.
supposedly.
And you've watched all of Netflix twice.
I watched all of 90 Day Fiancé.
Okay. All right.
That's
Thanks,
really
coronavirus.
real.
All right, here we go. Steven, Andrew asks.
Oh, no.
Thank you, Andrew. Would you rather be able to run 100 miles per hour or be able to fly?
That is a tough.
On the spot. You don't
You
even
can only
Question.
fly 5 miles per
Yeah.
hour. Really slow. There's no speed.
I feel like there would be more acclaim running 100 miles an hour.
That's true.
So I'm going to go with that
Wait,
one.
more than flying?
Yeah, because people
mean-
can fly in different ways, but no one can run 100 miles an hour.
No. Here we go, Kyler, one for you. Zeke.
Okay.
Zeke sent this in. Best candy bar and why?
Oh, that's tough.
Is it?
I would have to say take 5,
That's-
just because it's like everything in one. Like, you get 5 different experiences every time.
Okay. Yeah,
Like,
that sounds
you know.
good.
Boo.
Boo.
You know what? Judge me. Judge me.
You just
Sorry.
need to commit to a flavor.
He wants you to judge him in the comment section. No, don't. But write your favorite candy bar in the comment section. All right, couple more. Ooh, last one. Someone who didn't want to write their name wrote this.
You just said a couple more. Ooh, last one.
I know. Here we go. Because I think that we could talk about this for a minute.
Math is hard.
Worst thing you've ever eaten, ever.
cold hot dog, like uncooked.
That's
come
dude.
on.
That's like a snack for me.
That's
No,
growing up right
it's
there.
got weird
That was me growing up.
juices.
That's good stuff.
Listen,
right out
when
the
I was in
pack.
North Carolina, they made me try this thing called liver mush, something like that. Liver mush. or
Liver is
mush.
delicious.
And it's like bologna fried, but it's thick and like spam-like. I threw up all over the place.
My mom made this like Jello once with like celery in it and like other vegetables.
Oh, yeah, my
and
mom makes that.
forced me to eat
Wait,
it.
to
Do
trick
you know?
you?
No,
It's good.
Do you know what nationality it's from?
No idea.
It's some weird
Dutch,
like,
probably.
Yeah, it's like I was at the tender
I
age where
agree.
parents like, you gotta finish your meal. I'm like, but it's literally so disgusting. Never again.
Hey, you got your vegetables in that day.
That's all that gelatin.
All right, hold on. We got something really cool right now. We have a new segment. Sean, why don't you tell us what we have coming up right now?
Well, this next segment is something that we're calling Home versus Host. And it's this really cool challenge we get to do here while some people were doing it at home. And we actually have some videos of this challenge, and it is the spicy ramen challenge. And guys, this ramen is hot.
Joey asked me if I would eat this stuffed volcano chicken noodle ramen noodle thing.
I'm Wonder Human and I'm doing the spicy ramen challenge. And if you want a little background, I think mild sauce is spicy.
So this is like fancy ramen. This ain't no top ramen 39-cent nonsense.
I'm gonna put some red pepper and some spicy sauce. Sink it and dink it.
I have to make an admission, I've never had ramen noodles of any kind in my life. I've never had ramen noodles of I don't like hot food, so this is gonna suck. But here we go. I can taste the spice.
That's a nice kick there.
Yeah, that's toasty.
On a scale of 1 to 10, it's really spicy. Okay.
I feel it in my ear. Is that weird?
Yeah, I need to hurry before it starts kicking in.
That's the first tier. Oh boy.
My tongue is burning and I'm sweating.
Woo. If you stop, it gets spicier. The more the air breathes. Ooh.
Ooh, it's deep in my throat now, Judah.
I'm trying. Okay, remember when I said that it kind of goes away? Yeah, it doesn't. I'm sweating.
It's all the way down in here. Oh boy. The sides of my tongue feel it more than anywhere else for some reason.
Third bite is worse. Yeah.
Not too bad. My body's getting used to it. I'm a bit warm, but overall it's actually not that bad. But it does have a really nice strong kick, so I'm gonna keep going.
Okay, I got this. Ah.
That is really hot. Holy cow.
Okay, I'm done. Bye.
It's like alive in your mouth.
Ah.
My ears are tearing up now.
I know, you're crying. Your ears are tearing up. Don't you hate it when your ears tear up?
We have Audrey who ate, let's see, 3 bites or so. Rob did about half the bowl. And then Matt and Elijah finished the entire thing. For our first ever edition of Host versus Home, we're going to have you guys try to beat them. As long as you don't, I mean, Audrey got 3 bites. So I'm hoping you can beat them. So give it a shot. Maybe talk about what you think or how they did at home and how you think you're about to do. And you have a few minutes, so let's see how much we can eat. Kyler,
Yes.
you're getting all prettied up.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like fine dining.
I'm going to be honest. I had no idea that the bowls would be this full of noodles. These
I'm
are
a little
huge
nervous.
packets.
I
of
think
noodles.
I know what I'm preparing for, but I really don't.
It's very liquidy.
I've been preparing myself by putting sriracha on everything for the last 3 months.
Sriracha is not spicy.
Oh, dang. Here we go.
You're already
Anna,
mixing
you're
it
not
up.
even, Sean, are you going to
I
go?
wish I had
I
scissors to
know.
cut
Yeah,
it.
we're gonna get a countdown.
Oh, no. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. There's your countdown.
This is not good.
It's burning my eyes. I ate some of this earlier, and it wasn't that bad.
Just gotta go for it.
Kyler, you're shaking. You're trembling. It kind of looks like.
So far, not very spicy.
Are you serious? Let's go. All right. It might be the level of.
Woo!
Oh, it's spicy. It's spicy. Anna, what are you talking about? Wait. So your brother was one of the people that sent in a video. He ate the whole bowl. Do you feel like you're about to lose to your little brother?
No.
Yeah, all right. Sean, are you okay? You
Can I
haven't
get
said
some
anything?
sriracha to add to this?
Okay. You show off.
I can feel my heart beating very quickly, but it doesn't taste anything in my mouth.
Wait. So you don't taste anything, but you can feel it. But you don't feel spice.
It burns on the way down, and it burns in your mouth a little bit too, but I feel like if you pace yourself, it's, oh, just kidding. Maybe you just go for it.
All right, we have, let's do 3 more minutes on the clock for you guys to finish up here. Let's see how far we can get. So you've all had more than 3 bites, is that right?
Yep.
John, you have, right? Okay. Audrey, I'm sorry. But if I'm right, you only had 3 bites, and your sister Emily had 1. So you guys are out. They have beaten you guys so far. Kyler is literally almost done, and he's drinking. There's not a trophy for this. It's just pride, so.
I thought there was a prize. Dang
Here's
it.
the deal. You're going to be feeling this more tomorrow than you are today. I'm telling you that
I
now.
live for today.
Okay. Boy, I guess. Huh. All right, Cole, I don't know if you can see inside this bowl, but he's about done. He's done. Show him the bowl. You don't have to lick the bowl, you weirdo. Stop it. Just show him the bowl. Let's go, Kyler. Done. All right.
No milk. No milk.
No milk.
No milk.
Yeah, it's been sitting out for a while. Anyway.
It's really not that bad.
Okay, you're
Like at all.
You're turning red though,
But like, it's not spicy. Like it.
and your ears are bleeding. I'm just kidding. They're not.
That's normal.
Are you done, Sean? You give up?
I don't give up, but
You have a minute
I'm not
and a
doing
half.
that.
You know the wave pool at the Kalahari? That's what my stomach feels like right now.
In a good way or bad way?
I don't know.
I don't know. You don't even know yet. All right, we're going to find out in a little bit. All right, Sean? Oh, if you're wondering why Sean's filling in instead of Steven, because Steven's going to be helping to lead worship in a little bit, we thought it would be a bad idea if he participated in this activity. That's the reason. Also, he didn't want to. Here we go. Anna, you're almost done. You got this.
Do we have to drink it, or are we just eating the noodles?
Their bowls were empty. I'm probably gonna go ahead and say that they probably didn't have the liquid in their bowls, but it's kind of funny to see you guys finish it off.
Can we do the milk challenge after this? 1 gallon?
No,
Oh.
no. We'll throw up on the floor. All right, she's done. She's got it. And are you done? You're throwing
You're
it
Mexican, too.
in? No, he's
I'm
not.
Filipino. My wife's Mexican.
Even worse. Come on,
I don't
bro.
think you mean worse. I think you mean even more to my point or something like that.
Yeah, more to my point.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and we're going to have to call it. Here's the deal. You ate almost. No, not now. Not
Do
now.
it.
No,
Finish
the virus.
Oh.
The virus. All right.
He can't get the
Here's
virus.
what we
I'm
got.
Filipino.
Anna, you tied. Who'd you tie? Matt and Elijah.
Oh, yeah.
You crushed Audrey and Rob.
Yes, I did.
Kyler, obviously the same for you.
I did it under 3 minutes, so like,
That's true.
there's a new category created.
Enough.
That's
and I'm gonna go.
impressive.
Bring
I
on
think you probably-
Kobayashi.
You're right in between
Ah!
Rob and everybody else. So, how do you guys feel? Final thoughts. Closing thoughts. Anna, go.
My lips are tingling.
Do you feel it more now than you did before?
No.
Are you gonna throw up on stage later?
Maybe.
Okay, cool. Sean,
My greatest fear is just how much more talking we have to do after this.
you're sweating a lot.
A little
Kyler, we said don't do that. What are you doing?
This is spicy enough. I think it
All
killed
right.
the coronavirus.
Here, we're calling this. Listen, up next, we have an amazing commercial, a video for you guys to check out. But let me tell you something about it. A
I'm
little
not done.
director's cut. Can you stop? Riley, our favorite man, and Matt Hager put together an amazing commercial to show you how much he really wants to connect with you guys and continue to play games during this quarantine time. Check it out now.
Friends, I'm writing to you because I miss the good times we had. I miss all the games we used to play together. In an effort to rekindle this joy, I've taken dramatic, unnecessary actions to hopefully go back to playing games with you again. I've struggled to make this game time happen. My first attempt involved me trying to find a carrier pigeon, but all I could find was a turkey. After weeks of training this turkey and quite frankly straight up hypnotizing this innocent creature, I was able to teach him to bring my letters to any address of my choosing. However, on the very day that I was attempting to send you the very first letter, my father, who had no idea that this turkey was now my pet, shot the turkey dead in order to provide a delicious dinner. Admittingly, it was very delicious. After many more attempts, creeping around in random fields and wooded lawns, I tracked down a crow. We have bonded quickly. His or hers, I don't really know how to check. His name is Junior. Please, continue the game below. Reattach the game to my messenger crow and simply toss him out of your window. Sincerely, Riley Stretch Schuler.
Forget about the birds. Just do what everyone else is doing. Play games on Wednesday.
All right, guys, it is time for the game segment of our night, and we are doing this thing called 5-Minute Portrait. Now, what this is actually two parts. You get to play at home. We're going to be playing here. We have Steven, Anna, and Kyler, and they are all going to be painting portraits of the people to the right of them. You guys get to grab some pens and some paper and actually draw something at home. We're going to be putting up a picture of Anna, and you guys are going to be drawing that and sending it in to us, either in the comments or in our messages. And at the end of the night, we are going to choose who wins. But for now, let's give it up for these guys and see what they can paint.
All right, guys, here we go. Kyler, I'm going to go ahead and start by saying I can tell you're starting to feel it because your eyes are getting puffy. All right, he's feeling the spice, and we got to keep moving. All right, like Sean said, we have games for you guys. Make sure you grab a piece of paper or a pencil and get ready to do this. Stop it. Here we go. Kyler, you're going to be painting a picture of Anna. Anna?
That's not to his right.
I was supposed to be painting Steven.
Well, you're facing this way. Okay, sure. That way. Let's do it that way. All right, here we go. You guys are going to have about 5 minutes or so to paint someone. And then I'm going to choose who the loser is. Whoever paints the worst picture out of these guys loses, and we'll have a punishment at the end. You guys ready?
No.
Set?
No.
Go. Here we go. Yeah. What are you doing? All right. Okay.
Oh,
Kyler's going strong. I think he already had a plan for this. Everyone's starting with brown.
They can be happy clouds.
Oh my goodness.
Or angry clouds.
Okay, so Kyler's thinking I'm gonna do a really big head over here on a. Okay. And then you guys are drawing each other. Is that right? Please.
I was drawing a monkey. I'm just kidding.
Oh man, Cole, I hope you're getting some of these pictures over here. So everyone, what is this? What is?
Oh, dropping paint.
What happened? What does that mean?
What color are your eyes?
Blue.
Oh, okay. I picked the person that lost.
Lithium white.
Oh, nice, Kyler. I see what you're doing over there. Oh, whoa. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys this right now. I know that Anna is a pretty good artist. When she has the time, I know she has the skill. That looks like Donald Trump. That is incredible. I've never realized. No, I'm not gonna say that. Oh, no, I'm gonna say it. Maybe Kyler looks a little bit like Donald Trump. A nice, cool hipster version of the Donald.
Hey, Steven, look at me quick. Thank you.
I am surprised you guys aren't looking at each other more. Steven, I'm very, very worried for your painting here. Okay, don't worry, he says. Wow, that's going in the office. That's going right in the office. Does anybody know how long it's been? Because my phone turned off and I didn't look. So this is the deal.
Wait, Steven, what color are your eyes?
We're gonna do 3 more minutes, I guess. Then does that make sense?
He's blind. Okay. We're gonna say the blue.
Kyler. I was rooting for you, buddy.
Hey, hey, it's a.
You're more than halfway out of time, so. Okay. That's terrifying. That is absolutely terrifying. That is of nightmares. That is a very nice painting of a young Donald Trump. If you need to get a little bit of that, like he has a little red in that hair though on top, a little bit, a little frosted.
Oh snap!
And you painted Steven's hat like it's sitting way up on top of his head.
It's a trucker hat.
And his ears are, okay, I don't even know what to say about ears. It's great. Oh my, Steven, what have you been doing? Oh no! All right, 1 minute. I can't watch a clock. I get too distracted. 1 minute. And you guys at home, you can't be cheating. You guys are on the clock too. So you gotta take a picture of it in a few seconds and post it in the comments. And for the next rest of the show,
the devil out of it.
We're gonna be looking at them and finding which one is best, all right? So make sure you're posting those in the comments. What, a minute? Minute. Oh, that was a minute. 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Done!
Wait, Anna, what is this? Were you signing?
Oh my goodness!
Oh my
why?
God, that is so good.
Why did
All
Donald?
right.
This is Donald on
Cole,
vacation.
I hope they can get up close here and just see the difference between Anna's and anybody else's. All right, we're gonna start with Kyler. Kyler, please walk us through your rendition.
Yes.
And then Anna, you're next.
Well, if you come on over here, I've really spent the most time on Steven's hat. Get a zoom in on the hat, please. Look at that. That is Steven's hat to verbatim.
Okay.
This is what they based that off.
Wait, are you sure you take a picture there?
No,
Definitely.
'cause he
This
didn't.
is Steven's nice green shirt, his nice neck, some angry eyebrows. I didn't know
His
what
nice
color.
neck.
What's up with my ears?
I don't. Your ears. You maybe wearing headphones.
They look like potato chips.
Also, why is my hat see-through all of a sudden?
You're
Because
right
I didn't
outside.
have enough color to fill it in.
Okay.
And it's white, so, you know.
Anything else, or is that what you got?
No, that's it.
All right,
He's
Anna,
looking to the
please
distance.
kick him out of there.
This is my painting of Kyler painting. Whoa.
Wow.
This is his cool hair. His eyes are blue.
Let me see.
Check it.
Yep. D.
Yep. This is his nice Hawaiian shirt.
Sure.
I don't have black paint, so I made it a nice navy
Oh,
blue.
my.
The blue matches his styling shoes,
Some teal.
obviously, and he was using a blue paintbrush as well.
Wow, the detail. Let's somehow transition from that art to Stevens here.
I'd like to,
Get out of the way.
I'd
Let's
like
see
to
this.
start
Let's see this.
by
sorry.
pointing out I was the only one creative enough to do a side profile.
Okay.
I
suppose.
wanted to accentuate the red hair, which I think I did nicely.
Was there not like a?
I also nailed the color of her current attire.
She looks injured.
head's
I did
bleeding.
slip up a little bit right there, but
What is
Just a little.
What is it?
what I like to think of it is the fact that even though I don't know, I got nothing, but it's creative, it's modern.
It looks like the doll from those movies.
It's Annabelle.
What?
Annabelle.
All right, here we go.
Annabelle.
You're out of time.
Oh.
Diana, have we had any submissions
It's
yet?
a
or
winner.
No?
That's all I gotta
It's
say.
a winner?
It's a winner.
No submissions yet. So keep submitting at home or start
For,
submitting. Anna,
for
because
two-
of how good you did, I need your
Thank
help
you.
on judging who lost.
Ooh.
What do you think? What do you think for? Yeah, you're looking at the one, aren't you? All right, Kyler, I'm sorry.
What? No.
What?
No.
definitely.
Anna, we need your vote. You were.
Can I not?
No, we're gonna need it because you won this.
I mean, I'm low-key personally offended by Steven.
Okay, take it easy. Take it easy.
That's like a personal thing.
You can't even tell that's a face. It looks like half of her skull got blown out by
All right,
something.
Steven, I'm
and
sorry.
And the blood's coming down
enough,
the back of her head.
enough. This is a children's show.
Okay.
All right, Steven, you officially.
No appreciation
I'm
for
sorry,
modern art.
you lost. They
It's
took it away.
abstract. You got to squint real hard.
Hey, we're transitioning away from this. All right.
Okay.
Listen, Steven, you lost. We're gonna have a little bit of a punishment at the end, and whoever won at home can have a role
Thanks,
in
Anna.
his punishment. Thank you,
Sorry.
Anna, for being offended. All right,
And
Sean,
for
what do we
$2.99 you
have?
can buy this.
Enough, all right? Sean, what do we have next?
Well, I have to say that's a little bit of a mess. My eyes are watering, and I don't know if it's from the spicy noodles or looking at Steven's painting. It's just really, it's
rough.
too much, guys. But what we have coming up next, we're going to get a little bit more serious, and we're going to go into worship. But before that, we actually had some students submit in themselves reading a verse and make a really cool video. So that's going to be coming up.
Hear my voice when I call, Lord. Be merciful to me and answer me.
My heart says of you, seek his face, your face, Lord, I will seek.
Do not hide your face from me. Do not turn your servant away in anger. You have been my helper. Do not reject me or forsake me, O God, my Savior.
Though my father and mother forsake me, the Lord will receive me. Teach me your way, Lord. Lead me in a straight path because of my oppressors.
Do not turn me over to the desire of my foes, for false witnesses rise up against me, spouting malicious accusations.
Yet I am confident, and I will see the Lord's goodness, while I am here in the land of the living.
Wait for the Lord, be strong and take heart, and wait for the Lord.
Not so smooth transition there. Thanks for reading that, guys. That was awesome. All right, so we're gonna put together a couple songs here and encourage you to just kind of sing along if you want. I love these songs and I love the message in them. It's kind of weird to try to capture a worship experience in whatever space that you might be in. But I love the line in this first song that says, "In my Father's house, there's a place for me. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am." So no matter where you are, consider that your church, if you will. Consider that your youth group, no matter where you are. And there's a place for you in the house of God, wherever you're at. Let's sing. Here we go. Who am I that the highest king would welcome me? I was lost, but he brought me in. Oh, his love for me. Oh, his love for me. Who the sun sets free, oh, is free indeed. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am. Free at last, he has ransomed me. His grace runs deep. While I was a slave to sin, Jesus died for me. Yes, he died for me. Who the Son sets free, oh, is free indeed. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am. In my Father's house, there's a place for me. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am. I am chosen, not forsaken. I am who you say I am. You are for me, not against me. I am who you say I am. I am chosen, not forsaken. I am who you say I am. You are for me, not against me. I am who you say I am. I am Father's house, there's a place for me. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am. You give life. You are love. You bring light to the darkness. You give hope. You restore every heart that is broken. And great are you, Lord. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise. We pour out our praise. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise to you only. And all the earth will shout your praise. Our hearts will cry, these bones will sing. Great are you, Lord. And all the earth will shout your praise. Our hearts will cry, these bones will sing. Great are you, Lord. And all the earth will shout your praise. Our hearts will cry, these bones will sing. Great are you, Lord. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise. We pour out our praise. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise to you only. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise. We pour out our praise. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise to you only. God, thank you so much for your breath in our lungs. We need you. You are our life. You are the source of everything that we need. So speak to us tonight. Help us learn and grow closer to you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Hey, Student Life, AC Sanford here. Listen, Wisconsin, how's it going? I've been thinking about you guys all week. Listen, discussion last week was really cool. I hope that it is this week as you guys dive into today's lesson, which we're going to be talking about the parable of the Good Samaritan, which, you know, is really important because as human beings, we don't really do a good job of thinking about other people, and that's exactly what that parable asks us to do, to consider other people who are may not fit into our schedule or what we got going on. So look into that. Have a fun discussion in your breakout groups, and I'll talk to you soon. Convenience, or the act of making your super stressed, I gotta be at school every day on time, phone addicted life a little bit easier. How? So many ways. Let me tell you all the conveniences that I use today. I used an alarm clock to wake up instead of a rooster. I used a toilet instead of an outhouse. I went to Starbucks instead of picking, grinding, roasting my own coffee beans to make my own caffeine juice. And I took an Uber here because I cannot afford a personal chauffeur. Yes, that's right. I'm not rich, as you can tell. Listen, don't get me wrong here, homies. Conveniences save you a boatload of time, but they do cost something. Everything everywhere costs. something, whether it's the shoes we wear, the clothes we wear, the food we buy at the grocery store in our industrialized society, costs somebody, somewhere, something. So think about that the next time you go to the grocery store. All right, real quick, do me a favor right now. Take your hands and ball them into some fists. Cool, you got it? Let me see your fists. Great. Now look at your homie and say, you ready to fight? Do it. Say, homie, you ready to fight? Just do it. Cool. You're weird. All right. Now that you did that, try to pick something up off the floor. Like try with your hand still in a fist. Try to pick up your phone. See? Super difficult. Can't even pick up my computer. Super hard to do. You know why? Because your fists are clenched and you can't pick up things when you don't have fingers. Sorry if that was offensive to the people who don't have fingers out there. So hold that thought. Hold that thought. Give me that scripture though. The Gospel of Luke. Big number 10, little number 25 through 29. And behold, a lawyer stood up and put him to the test, saying, Teacher, what shall I do to inherit eternal life? And he said to him, What is written in the law? How do you read it? And he answered, You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your strength, and with all your mind, and your neighbor as yourself. And he said to him, You have answered correctly. Do this and you will live. But he, desiring to justify himself, said to Jesus, And who is my neighbor? Do me a favor, clench your fists again. All right, so the Bible talks about how this dude wanted to justify himself. He couldn't get past the idea that he wasn't right. To him, he thought, I be following all these rules and everything. I get an A+ paper grade on my religiousness. I get a golden star of religiousness by Jesus at the end of the day. Thank you. That's what he thought. To him, he thought he deserved eternal life. But Jesus wanted to introduce this religious expert to a new way of religious living. He wanted him to move from a me-first, clenched fist mindset into something new. Or do me a favor real quick. Clench your fists again as we read the rest of the passage. Jesus replied, A man was going down from Jerusalem to Jericho, and he fell among robbers who stripped him and beat him and departed, leaving him half dead. Now, by chance, a priest was going down that road, and when he saw him, he passed by on the other side. So likewise a Levite, when he came to the place and saw him, passed by on the other side. But a Samaritan, as he journeyed, came to where he was, and when he saw him, he had compassion. He went to him and bound up his wounds, pouring on oil and wine. Then he set him on his own animal and brought him to an inn and took care of him. And the next day he took out 2 denarii and gave them to the innkeeper, saying, Take care of him, and whatever more you spend, I will repay you when I come back. Which of the 3 do you think proved to be a neighbor to the man who fell among the robbers? He said, The one who showed him mercy. And Jesus said to him, You go and do likewise. Okay, so let me get this straight. These 2 super religious people walk right past this dude after he was beaten to an inch of his life and got robbed from, and they could care less.
Wow. I mean, really?
Yeah, I mean, what are you doing?
I'm just saying that, that's really strange. I would have never did that.
Okay, but this dude who's a racial outcast and a social outcast, he steps up to the plate and takes care of this dude better than those 2 other guys could? Yeah, I mean, I could be judgmental.
You should be real judgmental, because that's weird.
Could you stop? Listen, I've never left someone who just got robbed and who was bleeding and could have died right there on the corner without helping them. But I've done a lot more, and I've done a lot worse. So why is Jesus even telling this story anyway? Seems like he knew that the Jews he was talking to had a really tense relationship with the Samaritans. I mean, tense. It was like Bloods versus Crips, Democrats versus Republicans, Yankees versus Red Sox, Taylor Swift fans versus real music fans. It's tense. Real tense. Swift like that. Can't do it. That last album was trash. It's garbage. Reputation? The Reputation is in trash. Jesus knew making the Samaritan man the hero of the story would really get under the skin of the people he was talking to. He knew they had clenched fists. They had assumptions, hatred, prejudices. So what does Jesus do? He made the very object of their hatred the model for open hands. Now, the religious people in this story approached the wounded man with clenched fists, but the Samaritan man chose compassion over convenience. He had stuff to do. He had to go catch his train. He had to go catch a Pokemon. You ain't think a Pokemon was coming up on his phone, but he seen somebody bleeding on the side of the street, so he said, I gotta stop. I gotta see what's happening. I can't leave him just hanging there. I know there's a Bulbasaur that is right over there. There's a Charizard that I could go catch. But listen, this man out here bleeding.
Now, back to our show.
You see, those religious people clenched their fists together when the Samaritan man opened his hands. He walked past convenience and went towards what was inconvenient, towards compassion. Pause. Hey, if you're clenching your fist still, you should stop because, I thought you were going to stop doing that a long time ago. Play! Okay, now let's think about this deeply. Like, why did the Samaritan man do that anyway? Because he noticed somebody, needed help? Because he noticed somebody bleeding on the side of the road? Because it was in his power to meet their needs despite the inconvenience? And do you hear what Jesus said? Like, honestly, do you hear it? Now, go and do the same. Notice somebody's needs. Then, open your hands and help. Yo, so what is the point? The point is, God is calling us to live selflessly. And by living selflessly, that means you're always gonna keep an open hand. And by open hands, that means you're following God when he tells you to do something for somebody. Anytime, any place, no matter what. 3 hot takeaways that I got for you real quick. Number 1, be open with your time this week. What would happen if you gave God the permission to use you in any way he wanted to for the people in need around you this week? Instead of just thinking about your schedule and how inconvenienced they are making you, go for it. Start to help them out, no matter what. 2, this is crazy. Be open with your money. I said be open with your money. Rain on people. Hey, I'm giving money back to God. Yeah. That a song? We can make a song out of that. What would happen this week if you opened your hands and gave the gift of money, no matter what, to somebody who was in need? Number 3, be open to everyone. What would happen if you opened your hands and left them open to everybody who was in need around you, instead of closing them back up? Oh, she doesn't look, he's an old man and he's Hispanic, so I don't really care about Hispanic. Oh, he's a black dude and he's in my neighborhood and he looks kind of, he's a homeless person. He looks like he haven't taken a shower. He looks real late. I'm close up my fist. That type of stuff. What would happen if you kept your hands open to the possibility of God using you in all ways this week? All right, that was me, AC. Nice to meet you. We're going to be here a lot over the next few weeks. Good to see you. Talk to you later.
All right. So it's Palm Sunday. It's the start of Holy Week. And as we look towards what's coming up on Friday, Good Friday, the day that Jesus paid the ultimate price for everyone. And then, of course, looking forward to Easter that follows that. Watching something like this kind of brings me down back to planet Earth and makes me realize how well do I live this way? When I look at what Jesus did, when I look at the way he lived and what he's laid down for us, what he's laid down for all of us, and I compare that to the way that I live, and I compare that to how inconvenienced I get at times over the littlest things, it makes me really question what my priorities are. So I have a couple questions I want to ask you guys that we can kind of talk about what he was saying in this message. And the first question is, can you describe a time when you noticed that somebody needed help and maybe you didn't help them? So this is kind of one of those questions where You have to uncomfortably admit something that maybe you don't want to admit. I know that for me, I can't think of a specific right now. I can if I think about it for a second, but for me, it's my time. I am someone that is so focused on the next thing, working on the next thing, that I'm forgetting about everything around me. I'm forgetting about the people that need help, that might be messaging me, or even if it's something little, and I always prioritize what I need to get done over what somebody needs. And maybe you guys have a situation in your life that maybe you're thinking of, but what do you think about that? But please, not all at once.
Well, I think in general, like this week, for instance, I was down in Nashville, and there was a lot of homeless people, more often than you would see in like Milwaukee, for instance, just by like every single traffic light. And the natural tendency to do as people is to just look down and pretend that they're not there. And I found myself thinking about that, especially after watching that, of thinking of those moments and like what I could have done differently to maybe give them a little something, if it wasn't money, but a word of encouragement or something like that. But
that's good.
It's just weird situations like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been in similar situations, and I think it usually just goes back to me valuing my own time or my own needs above other people. So, I'll be late for work if I stop, or I'm not going to have enough time to do my grocery shopping. I don't know, you come up with like the dumb reasons why in the moment you shouldn't, or like, oh, you know, the light's probably going to turn green, and that would be awkward if I wasn't driving, so better not make eye contact with the person, which is super, again, totally self-centered and not looking around you, I guess, to the people.
Mm-hmm.
I know I've shared this story a dozen times at Student Life, but it's obviously the one that comes to my mind when I was in high school and a classmate of mine had gotten kicked out of his house, and he came to me because he saw me as someone that would help him and asked me if he could come spend the night at my house. Now, the thing was, he wasn't a good kid. He was someone that I knew my parents wouldn't really want me to necessarily associate with just because of who he was. So my response to him when he asked if he could come and stay at my house that night was to say, no. And I'll never forget that evening at dinner, when I told that story to my parents, you know, thinking that they would approve, and my dad put down his fork, looked at me, and he said, "Never do that again. I don't care who it is. If they ask you for help, you help them."
Wow.
Boom.
That's good. How old were you in that one?
High school somewhere,
And it
junior.
stuck with you.
Senior. Oh, it always will, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Well, you guys kind of answered question 2 in that same thing a little bit, but maybe you have another idea here. What conveniences stop you from helping the people around you? So maybe it's something personal. Like for me, I answered it in question 1. I said my time, or I feel like that's convenient for me to have that excuse of that I have to do this, or I can't make it there. Maybe yours is different or the same.
So we're spending a lot of time with our family, and so just like even thinking about the way I spend time with my family, they'll be like, oh, can you help? Like even just like a simple thing like do dishes or whatever, something small. It's like after my episode is over, because my episode is way more important than helping out my mom, you know? Or like, let me finish this round in my video game, which they're like small things, but if you're looking at just your house, like I know I do that all the time. Give me 5 more minutes, let me finish this. And that goes back to time too.
And sometimes it's weird because your family or the people closest to you are the easiest ones to ignore. Sometimes the people that you know the best or you care about the most those are the easiest ones to be like, I can't do that. And you kind of try to make up for that later. But
I think just getting in the habit of like jumping to help them before, like thinking about it before they can even ask you. Like you kind of said, like don't even wait for them to ask for something. Just like hey, can I help you with this? Can I do that for you? Especially being at home. Everyone's stuck at home with their families and whatnot, but just jumping up to the plate, knocking out of the park, doing things for your family without them asking can go a long way.
Okay.
Can you repeat the question?
This is the question. Question 2 was this. What conveniences stop you from helping the people around you?
Well, it's super convenient for me to excuse things away, to justify somehow, kind of like what you said, Anna, about, well, the light's going to turn green. I can't, stay here. and I'm really, really good at finding excuses for why I can avoid something. It's convenient to make excuses, I guess, is what I'm saying.
And why is that natural though? Like, do you think that it's because it's just easier not to? Because we want to. That we know we should, but then we just don't. Is it easier just to skip it, or does it feel awkward? Like, what is that?
It's a selfish thing, right? I think like we want our own routine, our own desires.
Okay, nice.
I think we all think it's going to be awkward and we overthink it rather than just going with the flow of hopefully something great could happen out of it.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely overthink it. Like you're either so caught up in yourself that you don't even think about helping other people, or I go to the extreme where I'm like, I should help that person. I'm like, but what if they don't actually want my help? What if they think I'm being rude? What if I'm out of place? What if that? And then you're like, guess I shouldn't help them because obviously this person doesn't want my help, and you've never even talked to this person before.
Nice. Like reading all of our minds right now because we've all been there. Awesome. Well, we're going to let all of you guys talk about this in breakouts in just a few moments from now. But before we leave you guys, we do have the host punishment, and we kind of mix things up in the break. Usually we would have a couple different options for what punishment, but because of the noodle thing, we thought it would be kind of interesting to just do a packet of the hot sauce and make the loser do that. Also, Steven, you lost, so you can go ahead. You can stand up. Go ahead, stand up. I'm going to show you what we're doing.
Are we shaming the loser?
We're
Is that what's
shaming the
happening
loser,
right
and we're going to have you walk and join Sean down there, and he's going to get you ready. But we have a little mix-up because me and Anna decided that during that message, we thought you guys both lost. So,
Wait,
whoa, you guys were both terrible. So, Kyler, go ahead,
Very.
stand up and
Bro.
join Steven. Walk down over there by
But
Sean.
I ate 2 bowls of that stuff.
So
It
what's
is-
a third?
This is about the painting, all right? You lost in the painting. Sean, what do we got for them over there?
Guys, we have a full pack of that sauce, and it smells and looks nasty.
It's not even a liquid. It's solid.
Trust me,
Put
if you hold it sideways, it'll
solid.
come down. It will. It looks like and smells like lava,
Let me see.
like
Oh,
actual molten lava.
Okay, first of all, we're going to need a spoon because
It's
they
like
can't just suck
barbecue
that out of the
sauce.
cup.
You don't think so?
We need a spoon.
No.
Do
Get
we
a
have a
straw.
spoon over there anywhere?
I'm not
A fork.
sharing that
I
cup
think
with
we
Kyler.
do.
Yeah, you
One
can't share that with
second.
Kyler. Also, because Kyler already shared something with Sean.
So you're gonna eat it like a pudding? Hey, I'm social
Hey,
distancing.
I
I'm
could-
Hey.
quarantined, man.
I don't know what they were going to
know, I'll
sit down,
just-
but there's 2 losers.
Can I say something here? He has been my roommate twice in my life. He has rented rooms from me in my house. I could claim like landlord privileges right now and just make him do both
Are you
shots.
trying to
Well,
get
if you want to go that extreme, I was just going to be a nice guy and doing it anyway. Because
Oh.
I'm unclenching my fist. I'm giving myself. I'm being
Yes.
a good Samaritan.
Oh, no,
Yo,
no, no, no,
let's
no,
go.
This was
Steven,
a loser's
get outta
chair.
here.
You just
Get
made
outta
this into
here.
a throne for this man. He's a king.
Don't
All right.
make it sound
Tyler,
like
eat
you're
it.
Here we
doing
go.
something kind for me
Tyler,
right now.
I'm saving
wait,
your
stop, dude.
insides.
Make sure you show them what we're doing here.
What?
Like, show them your spoon.
I'm mixing
That's
it.
so
mixing
bad.
it.
Okay, that's good.
Mixing it up.
I hope it burns.
I talked to the
Wow.
people that sent in their videos, and today is worse than it was yesterday. No,
That's
perfect.
Oh.
All right,
It's
here
like
we
some-
go.
some good old
Punishment.
porridge.
He's sacrificing, taking it for
I need a
Steven.
little more.
What
Okay.
what a good friend.
All right, you ready?
You want to count down?
Sure.
Let's go. 3,
I'm losing
Two.
it.
2, 1.
Oh god.
Oh, that's
No more.
No,
Wait,
stop,
wait,
stop.
dude,
You don't
you're
need it.
gonna
You don't need it. That's a full pack.
Do not try this at home.
He is eating a full pack.
I'm
what else
glad
did
he's
Mike
not
say?
my roommate still, because
Yeah.
No
'cause
kidding.
if you
Where's
know
the
what I
nearest
mean.
toilet?
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit.
All right.
All right. Well, you guys can comment about what you think about Kyler for I didn't touch you. I didn't touch him. I didn't do it. But thank you guys for participating in the punishment. All right. At this time, we have a video for you guys to check out to see what else is happening this week, and so that you can transition into breakouts. Check it out now.
Please transition. Please transition.
Diarrhea.
Thanks for joining us tonight for Student Life Live. We are so excited that you guys are here and that we're able to continue having that community that we have when we can be in the building together, even though we can't right now. We have a ton of stuff for you guys to be involved in throughout the next week. Monday nights, middle school has a middle school ministry hangout at 6:30. On Tuesday, we're going to have a high school ministry hangout at 6:30. The links for both of those will be up on Facebook and Instagram. You can get those And the passwords, you can contact Sean or Joey or I, and we will get that to you to get into those Zoom meetings. On Wednesday night, we are going to have a live Facebook game night again. It was great last week. We were really excited, and we're going to have it be even better this week. And then on Thursday night, we have the second episode of the Socially Distant Show with Steven Stoll, and I'm sure he's going to have some fantastic guest hosts and also some fantastic guests as well. So we're excited to see where that goes. Last week's was hilarious, and I really recommend, if you didn't see it, to go back on Facebook and watch it again. So again, they'll be live at 6:30 on Thursday night. We're gonna jump into our small groups now. Small groups are a huge part of who we are, so we're really excited for these. So if you already know who your small group leader is, I would really encourage you to go ahead and click on their name and the link with that and jump into that small group. If you don't know who your small group leader is, then I would encourage you to go ahead and click on Sean's name and that link, and he will help you get into the right small group and help get to kind of know you if you're new and you don't really know anybody. He'll help you get into the right thing for tonight. If you have any questions, please just shoot us a comment and we will help you get signed up. We are using Zoom, so if you don't already have that app, it is going to ask you to download the app, but you should be able to just get in with your name and the password that you received earlier via email and text message. So thanks again so much for being here, and we are really excited to see what comes next. We will not be here next week because it's Easter, and so we're off that week, but we will be back the next week, and we are so excited for what Student Life Live is going to hold next.